Hello friends, and not yet friends. Welcome back to Mary's Test Kitchen, where we're making vegan food fun, and today, healthy too. With the Lunar New Year coming up, I wanted to share this very distinct Asian vegetable, the lotus root. Have you tried it before? Let me know in the comments below. It's super good for you, with a very light flavor, so it's extremely versatile, and can take on whatever type of flavors you like. Today we'll do a simple stir fry with bok choy and clear garlic gravy. Find lotus root year-round at Asian grocery stores. You just want to find ones that look good, of course, smooth on the outside, though some brown spots are fine since we're going to peel away the skin. The segments can be short or long, doesn't matter, but make sure the ends are intact, otherwise you might find some mud on the inside. If you have a half-decent vegetable peeler, you can use that to peel away the outside while preserving as much of the flesh as possible. My vegetable peeler is not half-decent, not even a quarter, so I switched to a knife. Once you removed any discoloration, cut across into thin slices so you can see that beautiful interior. They should be practically white and unblemished. When I was young, I thought rice and potatoes and other white foods were not nutritious because somehow I had the idea that only colorful foods contained a lot of nutrients. Obviously, that's not necessarily the case. Especially with lotus root. Although they are pretty low in calories, they are super high in vitamin C and high in potassium as well, which I guess is why they're said to be really good for the immune system, good for clear skin, good for your circulation, and for your heart health. You'll notice they have a bit of slime to them, sort of like okra. Slip them into some cold water to rinse that off and also to keep them looking pretty while we cut up the rest. And then prep the rest of our stir-fry ingredients. I love bok choy, but you can use other Asian greens if you like. Just cut them up into manageable pieces. For bok choy, I like to slice the ends off for the compost bin, and then the stems will just separate nicely. Or you can slice them across the ends and then you can pull them apart for a different look. We'll also need some sliced ginger, a couple cloves of garlic, thinly sliced, some vegan chicken broth or vegetable broth, that's your choice, and some water, which we'll mix with cornstarch, and that'll thicken the gravy at the end. Have some soy sauce handy as well, and take everything to your wok or a large pan. Over high heat, add a bit of oil. You can water saute if you like, but I like a wee bit of oil to pull out those oil-soluble flavors from the garlic and the ginger to start. They'll get fragrant quickly, under a minute. Add your lotus root. We have 12 ounces here, about 340 grams. Saute for 3 minutes. Just leave them alone, spread out so the bottoms can develop some color. Afterwards, add a half cup of the broth, saving a quarter cup for later. Then simmer for just 3 minutes. This way the lotus root will be nicely cooked but still retain its crispness. The broth should be mostly evaporated, leaving the concentrated flavor in the lotus root. Add the greens and fold in so they can cook through and wilt down. In a couple minutes, the greens should turn bright green so you can know they are done. Give the cornstarch slurry a stir and then stir in. Turn the heat down to medium-low while the sauce thickens quickly. Now you can add the last of the broth just to thin it out. And this might be salty enough depending on the saltiness of your broth, or you can add some soy sauce. How much can depend on just how you're going to have this dish. If you're having it on its own with a side of plain rice for a light snack, you'll probably need to add more soy sauce for intensity. This lotus root dish would be considered cooling in traditional Chinese medicine practice, so use it to balance out warming foods, like anything spicy or fried. I love this alongside more intense dishes, like vegan dry pot fish, which I shared a couple weeks ago, or spicy vegan hide-and-seek chicken, which I'll be sharing next time. The lotus root is tender but still crisp. The bok choy has its own delicious flavor, and the light sauce is perfect. I hope you give this very easy recipe a try and let me know what you think. And I guess that's it. So, bye for now.